It happened, guys. 9 years. 9 years of online Wii and DS games. So, this vlog, you're not really going to see me. It's actually just going to be clips, but because I wanted to talk more about the entire structure of Nintendo Wi-Fi connection instead of just the Wii games, because I want to talk about what is it that I loved about it and the weaker things. So, to give some insight, as of today, it officially has shut down, meaning all games with online multiplayer on Wii and DS and their leaderboards are officially shut down. You can't play them online. The only thing that will stay online is anything connected to the Wii Shop channel, which is basically like, getting DLC and stuff, and Netflix and Hulu and the regular channels. But a lot of people are confused as to why this happened, because they think Nintendo just did this. No, it's actually because Nintendo Wi-Fi connection servers were running on GameSpy's service, and GameSpy is basically a service that used like I don't even know the number anymore. They had a lot of games. About 700, 800 games since late 90s, early 2000s. That used online multiplayer. So yeah, a lot of games supported that system. And it was not just PC, it was Wii and DS also. So because GameSpy is closing down their servers officially on May 31st, that means about 500 games or more are going to get closed down online too for multiplayer on PC, and whatever modern games are probably just going to migrate over to like Steam or something. But Wii and DS, because you can't essentially patch those games and there's no way to change the setup, because it was literally directly relying on GameSpy servers and not Nintendo's servers. So that's exactly why it closed down. And I wanted to give more or less that insight. What can I say about Nintendo Wi-Fi? I remember getting extremely excited about this back when I was an extremely Nintendo fanboy. When I bought the DS, and I supported the DS, and I supported GameCube, Wii. I remember they tried it with GameCube to put online, but they didn't really push for that. It was mostly just LAN. So Nintendo Wi-Fi was essentially like the starting point for Nintendo to try out online gaming, which they were never doing as fast as Sony or Microsoft, and they already had mastered that. So when they announced the games for that on DS, I was just like, finally, I want to play something online. And I remember 2005, Mario Kart DS was the very first game announced, and that was a launch title for Nintendo Wi-Fi. And unfortunately, I remember, because I didn't have a router yet, I remember running to McDonald's back and forth just to play over and over and over. And there were a lot of other, what was the other? I think it was Tony Hawk's American Skateland, which I also got as the second game online. And that was also a tremendous game to play online, even though I got my ass kicked by Tony Hawk fans. Animal Crossing was also a big one. I spent a lot of time making sure I tried to make a perfect town, and I remember joining Wi-Fi communities and, going back and forth. I need help. I need the best way. And I thought it was honestly pretty cool that, neighbors from different towns can, visit each other and then move to other places. And that to me was, a fantastic idea. And DS Online, way before we started, brought a lot of games I had never even thought of playing, just from the top of my head. Like, one was the Bleach games, the Bleach DS games. I think it was like Blade of Fate. I honestly thought that was like one of the best DS online games ever, and I got wiped with that. I remember Bomberman, Clubhouse games, Draglade, Luminous Arc, Lost Magic, Metroid. I remember also trying Open Season. I was also big on Planet Puzzle League, which I was actually one of the top 20 players on that game. And that was to me like a feat, like a small to me that made me really happy because I was taking on Japanese players that knew their stuff. And there were several other games I know from the top of my head that also supported Wi-Fi, and they were just like little additions like DLC and stuff. But so I remember we also got online eventually, and I think it was with Mario Strikers Charged. That was the first game that had worldwide online, and for Wii. And the problem with this was, with Wii, you'd think that using that system friend code would have just ended the idea of all the friend codes. No, you still had to add every single friend code for every single game, and it became too much where it's just like the tedious amount of friend codes having to add in every single person and make sure you have them added to connect with them, otherwise it won't work. It goes back and forth, and that was actually one of the weaker things of Nintendo Wi-Fi, and I'm actually kind of glad they essentially dropped that entirely now with the Nintendo Network, where you just need one code and that's it. You pretty much added them forever. And even Wii, you're seeing on screen, there were a lot of games: Animal Crossing, Brawl, Mario Kart, GoldenEye, Mario Sports Mix, the Guitar Hero games, the Rock Band games. I played a lot of time into the Naruto game. Samba de Amigo, I remember, was the very first Wii game to get DLC, which I thought was actually a pretty interesting feature, and it will eventually be used later that year for Rock Band 2 and Guitar Hero World Tour. But even that also served as a problem. You see, with Wii games, nobody was playing anything else online except the popular games. And that always kind of felt like an insult to me, because there was a lot more potential that these games had that nobody paid attention to. And it just sucks that they never got the light of day to be seen by so many other players. But as you're seeing on screen, I pretty much went last month into game by game and just, played a little best of what I can, and to show you that, I did enjoy this service, and for what it was, despite the fact that the shitty friend codes were still there, I do not regret my time I've learned from Nintendo Wi-Fi. It seems kind of cheesy for me to say that, but it does matter because I put a lot of time into every single game that Nintendo put online, and hopefully, I hope they do that more with other games, and they're learning from this, and they take from this experience to make Nintendo Network a lot better. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I thought it was a great service, and it sucks that I didn't even get to at least play this morning without before it shut down. But to the people I did play with, I thank you guys. I know my Rock Band friends are going to want to know about this. Yes, if it wasn't for Wi-Fi on Rock Band or the DLC, I wouldn't have met that entire community of people. And as you can see on screen, I did a little reunion with some people, replaying old songs, and for once I wasn't singing. It's great. It just, I don't know how to word it. It just means a lot to me. So, thank you, Nintendo, for 9 years of online service on Wii, on DS, and any WiiWare games and DSi games that you also supported with this. And thank you to everyone who I got to play with. And let's hope, that it's not the end for that, because there's still other games I also want to play with some of you. And let's keep the generation going. But thank you guys for listening to this vlog, and thanks for everything. And I will be making another vlog actually very soon once the school semester is over. So I will see you guys later. Bye bye.